I was ignoring these danger signs, and it was leading me down a path that I didn't want to take in my health. And I want to share these with you so that you can avoid the mistakes that I made. I don't want you to ignore what your body is telling you. So the first thing that I noticed was I was having energy crashes, and I was just pushing through and reaching for carbs. I was tired and I had headaches more days than I didn't during the month. And I just continued to add things to my to-do list and push through. I wasn't finding joy in anything anymore. It was just a stack of responsibilities and lists, and that I just kept pushing and pushing. And as I was pushing, I got more and more belly fat. I had more and more body pain, and I had less satisfaction in life. And I started to realize something had to give. And the more I realized that I was pushing myself, even though I'm a registered nurse and I should know better, I should know that I need to rest. I should know that I need to feed my body properly. As a human being, we are so good at tuning out in order to reach that goal, in order to do that thing, or to accomplish the stuff that we need to. Or often we are required by everybody else to do the things and do the things on the list. And we feel like we don't have that space in our lives to break free and take a little bit of time for ourselves. So I just want to share what I did for myself. This is not meant to be medical advice to diagnose or treat or take place of your healthcare provider, but I wanted to share woman to woman the things that I am doing with my life and the things that I'm changing, and that's the purpose of this channel. So I would love for you to subscribe and follow along on my journey to learn the things that I have learned that I want to share with you, and to see the results that I'm getting. So a few years ago, I gained 20 pounds overnight. I wasn't happy about that. And I was thinking I'm gonna have to buy a whole new wardrobe, because the things that I used to do, I would start going for longer walks, and I would start cutting things and doing the intermittent fasting and one meal a day, and trying to eat more keto and all these things. And it was just stressing me out so much more, and I wasn't getting the results. Actually, my husband did all those things and he was getting results and I wasn't. And I just realized I have to make a change. One of the things that helped interrupt this crazy life cycle was stepping away from work, stepping away from my business to go spend time in Paris with my daughter. She just had our little grandbaby, and I was there to help her settle into motherhood. And I just thought, you know what? I think I could enjoy this phase of life, this relaxation and not being bombarded. And it was really hard when I came back home to get, hit the ground running with back to working full time, back to running. I have a massage business, back to creating content, and I have a coaching business. I help women with menopause. And I found that I was not following the advice that I was giving my clients, because I've always been a type A personality doing everything all the time. So I have taken a step back. I've created tons of space on my calendar, and I feel amazing. I feel so much better. And while I was in Paris, despite eating croissants every day and butter and cheese, I was also getting out in the fresh air more, doing more walks. And despite the types of calories I was eating, all the fats and the carbs and things like that, my body didn't seem to mind that, because I didn't have all that stress. I wasn't putting all the belly fat on with the high cortisol. I was sleeping so much better. And I just wanted to say that we can make these shifts and changes, that the world isn't going to end because we don't have a huge to-do list. And I would love the same for you. And I know that if you're still listening to this part of the video, you can connect and you understand where I'm coming from. I don't know that I'm going to get a lot of views on this video. I'm just putting it out there from my heart, that I want to share that you can make changes and start to feel better when your body feels safe and nurtured and nourished, that it will shed the weight that you're trying to lose. And that even if you're thin, you may be that skinny fat person that I also was for many years, where you don't have a lot of muscle mass, but you do have a little padding around the middle, which is also a sign that your metabolism is not optimized. And as we get older, we're less resilient. We are more likely to develop heart disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, injury, bone density problems. There's a lot of things that we need to start paying attention to. We can't ignore the signs. We can't keep pushing through if we want to enjoy a long, happy, healthy life, rather than spend your time with more prescriptions, more doctor's visits, more hospitalizations. So I would love to know in the comments, is there something in your life that you feel like is just cramming too much in that you could peel away and you could create a little bit of space for yourself? Is there something that resonates with you in the personal story that I'm sharing? I would love for you to subscribe and follow so that you can learn a little bit more about my journey and what I'm doing and what helps me, and hopefully what kinds of things might help you as well. So thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I'd love to see you subscribe to my channel.